Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and Star Wars Supremacy, also known as Star Wars Rebellion. Hopefully that's the last time I'm ever going to say that, but I just want to make sure that nobody gets confused. Alright, so we're up to day 292, and I'm already running into a lot of resource issues. We're trying to fix it as best we can, but there's only so much we can do, unfortunately. Oh, hello. Alright, so it looks like these fleets are finally arriving over Denab, and we're sending over some military units. We should be able to conquer Denab unopposed. I don't know if I want to do that before I finish grabbing Bothawi or not. I probably should be able to. It's not going to hurt my standing with Bothawi, I don't think, as long as I don't hurt any, I'm actually going to make you a general for the time being so that we can have a better ground force. As long as I don't hit any civilian targets in the process, that should be okay. Shouldn't have any problems. Alright. So let's do a quick one look. I need idle. There are idle construction yards. One over Avaram. Do I want to keep this one? No. At this point, it's going to take too long to build them. Build up Avaram to become a proper infrastructure, so it's not really worth it. I'll keep this for the time being just because it is actually still building useful troops, but I don't think it's worth much more. What's that? Reconnaissance. Bothawi increased, but it hasn't joined yet. And the fleet arrived at Spuma. Alright. What do we got? This one, right? Yes. It is a neutral world with a single refinery. Nothing exciting. I forgot we left somebody on Mindar. Alright, so the Ugly Mother did manage to get one planet colonized, but we'll go ahead and send more out. Okay. I still suspect this was the location of the rebel base. They probably moved, and they would be wise to do so. But we'll see. Alright, so the construction yards are going here. There's nothing really idle. Idle shipyards. Yeah, there's definitely a few of those. Because I am trying to save resources. Now, my only theory, because, you know, at this point in the game, you know, as a rebellion, I didn't run into any resource issues at all. Whereas as the Empire, starting off with more core worlds, suddenly I have a complete lack of resources. So it tells me that I probably spent too many resources on these Caracolite cruisers, probably. So I really should not be making any use of these shipyards, at least until I get my resource production back where it belongs. So we're good here. Alright. I don't feel like I need to explore some of these other areas, at least for a little while, so we'll hold off. Gorman had no effect. Some gen cores were placed. Actually, that's a good point. Let's make sure. Charmath does not have one. I forgot. They kept sabotaging the crud out of Charmath. As a result, there are no planetary defenses there at all. Which makes me sad. A little bit. What else? Svivrin does not have any planetary shields. They do, however, have a planetary battery. Same with Avaram. Just making sure that there are no stones unturned. Adral technically is defended. Corellia is technically defended. Okay. Well, we're alright. Oh, this Caracolite cruiser has arrived and is complete, so we're going to call you the Solar Flare. There we go. And Darth Vader is trying to get Drall a little bit more on our side. Probably should switch him over to recruitment fairly soon, but I want to make sure that that planet is secure. It's really hard to maintain your loyalty sometimes, as the Empire. Oops, Bothawi? Yerp. Capital ship repaired. The Hunter is finished. Drall is doing fine. Piet did his job like a boss, so let's go ahead and get Darth Vader working once again. Alright, Bothawi, you has no planetary defenses, so as soon as this is done, in tomorrow, actually, there we go, we will send over a Gen Core level 1. There we go. Alright. And can we invade? When does this troop arrive? 3:04. Let's abort both of these guys. Let's send them both to Fleet 2. At least get that process going. Befesh, you're training troops on Trawlus. Nope, you're going to train them back to this fleet. Not that I should need more than 4. There's enough loyalty to the planet that I don't think I have to worry about an uprising, but still, I would like to have a little bit of extra forces just to be safe. You never know. It certainly can't hurt, right? Well, excessive force could hurt. Corson has joined! Congratulations, Corson! A new jewel in the Empire's crown. Alright, so Corson will need some form of defense, but there's a lot of refineries there, which is nice. You're not done for a while. Ugh. Well, I'll have to just accept the fact that there's no planetary defense here for a little while, but I'd like to fix that as soon as possible. Okay. It's important to get those resource production, going. It's still important. Don't want to delay more than I really have to, so... 304, right? Yeah, okay. So in 3 days, 1, 2, 3. Lancer Frigate developed. Well, now I wish I hadn't built all those Karak light cruisers, because Lancer Frigates are freaking amazing. Alright, I think we're good for a planetary assault. Yes? Bam! Smuggling losses? Nope, Denab is near an uprising, but it's actually okay for the time being. Let's make sure we transfer... Well, do we have any excess troops? Oh my gosh, why do we have so many troops on Befesh? Move over there. A little extra garrison will ensure that Denab does not get any silly ideas. Alright. As soon as this is done, I could set this to reserves and actually... that's the thing, is like, you can set these guys to automatically manage all production and stuff and just set like a couple of construction yards on reserve so you know that you'll always have access to what you want, but... Well, aren't you a bummer, Darth Vader? What a disappointment. It's fine. La 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 la. He recruited Zugs! Zug. Orbital shipyard at Sullust. That's good. Zugs, are you good at anything in particular? You are especially good at spying and leadership. That's about all you can do. Oops. As you wish. Yes. I know how this works, Palpatine. Alright. 310, 2 more days until my diplomats arrive. We'll start getting... what's that? Informant. Furrow. Oh, that might be useful. Alright, Piet. Diplomacy. Patur. Diplomacy. There we go. Umgol is the only system left in this area not under my control, and I believe, yeah, they are heavy in the construction yard. So we're going to want to take them down ASAP. Let's actually switch you back to an admiral. You know what I could do? There's no reason why not. Sure. Let's send... No. If I move the fleet, I will incur smuggling losses. That is inevitable. So I'll wait a little bit until some more troops arrive, maybe get a little more loyalty in Denab, but then I'm going to send my fleet over here and see if I can't blockade. There's probably a lot of X-Wings and stuff there. Probably more than I want to deal with, but we'll have to do it. Gorman joined. Excellent. So that is all of the neutral worlds now complete. Well, la-di-da. Dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. Dee-da-dee-da. That's good. So, okay, I think we officially... Oops, let's go ahead and stop production there. I think it's safe to say we officially won the arms race for diplomacy in the core. And you know what? That should happen. Honestly, the Empire starts with just a positional advantage, if anything else. At least 3 good diplomats in the Emperor, Darth Vader, and Piet. Sometimes you... Oh, and Zherzharad, so 4. Sometimes you get lucky, like I did, and you start off with Patur. And you can get a little more of an advantage, but... you get around. It's not so bad. Training, construction idle on Sluice Fan. Alright, so let's send a Gen Corps down there. There we go. The troops have arrived. Let's just take a peek. Smuggling losses, of course, why not? Yeah, let's just take a peek over at Umgol. If it looks too bad, I can just retreat. No reason why not. Oh! Recruitment is officially done. That's good. So I officially have everyone. Bin Asada is actually a halfway decent diplomat. So I'm going to go ahead and send him to start working on diplomacy. Darth Vader, you finished that area, so go to Corellia and do some diplomacy there. We did arrive. Hey, a pretty good planet. Ugly mother, aren't you lucky? You get to drop off your last payload Those poor guys have been in space for a year. Feels like Star Trek Voyager all over again, but still. Alright. So if recruitment is done, that means I don't have to worry about that at all. In fact, if anything, I should... Yeah, the Emperor's stopped, which is good. Now, I'm curious. So, what I've heard is that as long as the Emperor is on Coruscant, you will get a higher leadership rating across the galaxy. That's what I've heard. So I'm going to move Palpatine to, let's say, Yaga Minor. It did! Oh my gosh, that's a substantial difference! So that went from 144 to 96. Wow, that is interesting. So whenever the Emperor leaves Coruscant, I take almost a 50 leadership hit? Alright. That looks painful. I destroyed it. Did I lose anything? My TIE fighters, and I took a lot of damage, but I didn't lose any ships. That was a bit of a risk, but I was counting on my Karak light cruisers being able to handle those troops fairly effectively. So good. I've officially shut down all construction operations on Umgul until the Rebel fleet comes to displace me, which should be a while. So good. Alright, that will shut down some of their major infrastructure operations in the Sluice sector and beyond, because 3 is probably the most they have on any one planet. Just a guess. I have no reason to really believe that and no way to back that up. Alright, Denab, you do have some stuff, but nothing I care too much about. I'm gonna start sending some mines over there. How many can I fit? Probably a couple. Let's just send 2 for now. I really want to get these resources fixed and under control, because if I can do that, then I can finally start upgrading all of my construction facilities to advanced variants, which is important, because that will have an exponential effect. It will have an exponential effect on my my construction capability. Alright, Palpatine, go back to Coruscant. I did not even realize just how much of an effect the Emperor had. That is literally something I never knew. I have played this game since I was probably about 6 or 7 years old. When did the game come out? I don't know. Since the game came out. I was born in 1990, so someone else do the math on that. But, yeah, I've been playing that game for a long stinking time, and I had no idea that that was a thing. Alright, Coruscant. Let's get another Gen Core on the only planet undefended. Make sure the rebels don't do nothing stupid, and we're in good shape. Doop 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 doop. Duros, you say. Duros, you say. Alright. I don't need this shipyard here. It was nice while it lasted, but it's unnecessary at this point. So, oh wait, didn't I? Oh, right, I had Clev. Well, dang. I had Clev working on ship design research there. Glad I caught that just now, because if I hadn't, I would never have known. Alright, then I'm gonna send you to... I know Yaga Minor has one. Anything closer? No, just Yaga Minor. Alright. Clev, it's a long trip. Sorry about that. Go to Yaga Minor and do a bit of research. Alright. So we now have some probe droids and all this stuff. I forgot about these guys. So let's get all y'all to do a mission to Talis. And I will set these probe droids, or regular droids, C-3PO droids, as espionage. There we go. Alright, Duros, you know what I would like you to do? I don't have many resources, but I would like you to build an advanced construction yard and become pretty dang powerful. Emperor arrived, so everyone's leadership just went up. I actually don't really understand why that matters too much. The leadership stat has always been a little bit vague to me. Whether it should be or not, I don't know, but it always has been. Let's see, Bothawee's protected, so let's send a couple of mines to Bothawee. Whee! Yeah, the leadership stat has always been a little on the vague side. I'm actually kind of curious. All database. Is there... These are all people, but it doesn't say anything about leadership as a stat. Look up a lot of other things, but that's Akbar. Get a little bit of lore on everybody. If you really love Star Wars and you want to learn all the lore, you can spend forever on the encyclopedia of this game, and that's totally okay. Succeeded. That's good. Corellia is back to loyal. Denab is starting to make a little bit of progress. You can see that I only need 3 garrisons now instead of the 4 earlier. And that will change the more that my loyalty goes up. The more loyal your planet is, the less troops will be required to protect it. Research and Development has researched Dark Troopers, arguably the best, albeit most expensive, troop in the game. Hello, Dark Troopers! These guys are beasts. So they have, they're expensive, 12 and 8, but they have an attack of 8, a defense of 8, and a bombardment defense of 6. The only units that have better bombardment defense than them are the Mon Calamari regiments for the Rebels. As far as attack and such, these guys are on par with Wookiees. They are undoubtedly the most balanced and the most powerful troops in the game, but they are expensive, and I probably won't be making use of them anytime soon, but we'll see. Denab, smuggling losses end, because Denab is now officially in the neutral range. That's good. I like that. Oh, poor Charmath, completely undefended besides these 2 troop regiments. Will I do anything to defend you? I don't know. The rebels seemed pretty gosh darn intent on making sure you had no defense for some reason, so... Alright. Doop, doop, doop. I'm curious if the AI is going to jump to Dark Troopers. They are! They are jumping straight to building Dark Troopers. Well, that's not quite what I want. These guys cost a little bit less, and the Imperial regiments cost even less. I mean, do your thing, I guess, but I'm not sure I like that. On the other hand, having Dark Troopers actually fairly early in the game is going to make me pretty darn impervious, I would say, to a lot of rebel attacks. We got information about Talus and Furrow, who I forgot to check last time. So Furrow is in this sector, right? Yes, there's Furrow. Jean Dodana. Found you. Oh my gosh, you're building a lot of A-Wings here. Oh, and I also know we are building... Aha! Okay, so advanced training facilities are being built on Score 2. I now know this. This is becoming a pretty important center for the rebels. For some reason. Wink, wink. We all know why. We all know. Alright, well, to respond to that, then, I'm going to take... Well, actually, did I want to use this for something? Did I want to conquer a planet? I don't remember. Is that something I said I wanted to do in one of my... last time? Did I? Maybe I do. Could I? Ooh, I don't know. Well, I have a Star Destroyer, I have a few TIE Fighters. I probably could. Ooh, that could be fun. That could be very fun. Okay, let's go to Bortress. Let's see what they've got down there. I do have 3 Gen Core level 1s, so I should be relatively well defended on Coruscant, impervious even to a planetary assault, until they either amass a really massive fleet or they sabotage the crud out of me. When is this arriving? 53? Alright. Reconnaissance, foiling a lot of missions, not accomplishing much. Doop, doop, doop. Alright. Got a few things. I have more things. Bye! Okay. Lost all my TIE Fighters. Shocker. Let's set you to a General. Do I want to just straight up invade them right now? Dang straight I do. Assault. Alliance troops defended? How? There we go. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Alright. Bortress should be near an uprising, so... Balmora? Go ahead and send some troop regiments over there. There we go. Now, the Emperor may provide a leadership bonus, but I would like to start getting some diplomacy there. And end this. Smuggling losses. Not surprising. Darth Vader, what do you got for me? Has failed. Yeah, you're depressing. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start replenishing my fighters, I think. I don't have TIE Interceptors yet, do I? No, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, let's get some TIE Fighters building over on the Kid Crusher. Why I called it the Kid Crusher, I don't know, but I did. I'm going to move Griff down here and make him the general in command. I do believe that having a general reduces the likelihood of sabotage missions or any form of covert operations by your opponent. I have no data to back that up. That is something I read, and since, I read that the Emperor could modify leadership across the galaxy, and I didn't believe that either, and it turned out I was wrong, I'm going to go ahead and guess that maybe there are things about this game that I still don't know. Alright, Drawl has a lot of room for resources, so let's build a couple more mines down there. Alright, man, I cannot believe I am still having so much resource issues. I wish this game was younger, relatively newer, so I could hover my mouse over and say, hey look, how many resources am I providing? How much is being consumed currently? Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't do that. Alright, well I think this is a good stopping place. I invaded 2 planets from the Rebellion, hoping to take a lot more in the future, but we'll start with baby steps. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.